हरिं परमानन्दम् उपदेष्टारमीश्वरं व्यापकं सर्वलोकानां कारणं तन्नमाम्यहम्। श्लोक 11 नोत्पद्यते विना ज्ञानं विचारेणान्यसाधनैः यथा पदार्थभानं हि प्रकाशेन विना क्वचित्। Jnana is the only means for moksha. Then how to get jnana? What is the means for jnana? Nowadays, there is a popular understanding we can get enlightenment through meditation. And they have the story of Buddha. Buddha meditated under a tree and he attained enlightenment. Therefore, let us meditate under a tree. We will get enlightenment. Then I have an answer. Newton sat under an apple tree and he understood science, the law of gravitation. Will it happen for everyone? Sometimes our thinkings are very superficial. That is why we think you sit with the closed eyes and you will get enlightenment. Shankaracharya burst this notion. Meditation is not a way for knowledge. Meditation is not a sadhana for jnana. Then why we should meditate? That is a different story altogether. There is no other way to get jnana than vichara. Vicharena anya sadhanaihi jnanam na utpadyate. Vichara is the only sadhana. The Acharya says it is not a sadhana. It is the only sadhana. And he gives an example. Yatha padarthabhanam hi prakashena vina kvachit. Just like an object cannot be seen without light. You may have any number of cameras. You may have any number of eyes. We are 40 people here and we have 80 eyes. 40 people means 80 eyes. Even with the 80 eyes, the object will not get illumined without light. Likewise, without vichara, without Vedanta vichara, jnana is not possible. Therefore, do vichara. Vastu siddhir vicharena. In Viveka Chudamani, the same author has stated. From next shloka onwards, the author is showing the nature of inquiry. The inquiry begins with certain questions, and we find certain answers. To find the answers, we employ proper means of knowledge. By using proper means of knowledge, we find answers to certain questions. It is vichara. So now, what are the questions? Well, let us see. Koham kathamidam jatam. Ko vai kartasya vidyate. Upadanam kimastiha. Vicharassoyamidrishaha. The first question is koham. Who am I? Whether I am just this limited being with the hands and legs, or am I something different from this? What is my true nature? Aham kaha? Kathamidam jatam? How did all these things come up? Idam refers to the samsara. All the problem of samsara. Birth, death, and between birth and death there are so many things, so many problems, so many ups and downs, so many pleasant and painful experiences. What is responsible for it? How it came up? What is samsara karana? What is the cause of samsara? Ko vai kartasya vidyate? And who is the karta? Karta literally means a doer. Doer of an action is called karta. But in this context, karta means the driving force. What keeps the samsara driving on and on? This is another question. All these will be answered later on. What is the driving force of samsara? One is the cause, another is the driving force. Both are needed. See, a gadi, a vehicle moves. How does it move? It has wheels. But just because of wheel, it cannot move. There is a driving force. What is the driving force? Upadanam kimastiha. What is the upadana in this samsara? Upadana means the essence. Gold is the upadana of the ornament. Upadana karana, the material, the substance, the essence is gold. Now, consider an ornament. Let us say a bangle, golden bangle. But over the period of time, it has accumulated dust. It has become very dirty. You cannot even make out that it is a golden ornament. It looks like an ornament made of mud, a bangle, a ring made of mud. So nobody has understood its value. It is discarded somewhere. Then some lucky person picks it and he is curious. Let me cleanse it, and he cleans it with the water and some chemicals. After removing all the impurities, he finds the gold. Within the very dirty ornament, he finds the most valuable essence, gold. Likewise, if we cleanse off the samsara by removing its cause, what are we going to find? It is the essence. The essence of life. In fact, that is what we are trying to find through this process of vichara. Some people think if we have vairagya, life will become meaningless. There will not be any entertainment in life. There will not be any enjoyment in life if we have vairagya. It is like a child thinking, if I grow up, I will lose interest in my toys. If I lose interest in my toys, my life will be so somber. Is it a mature thinking? Is it a wise thinking? We are trying to grow out of the delusions of life. Thinking that the material object can give us true happiness is a delusion. We are trying to grow out of it. And to find the true essence of life, the true meaning of life. So, what is the true essence of life? What is the true meaning of life? Upadanam kimasti. This is vichara. Vicharassoyam idrishaha. This is the vichara. We have to inquire in this manner. Shloka 13. Naham bhutagano deho nahanchakshaganasthatha etadvilakshana kaschit vicharassoyamidrishaha. Now, after putting the questions, the author is answering each question in brief. Later on, he is going to answer them in a greater detail. Now, he is answering them in brief. Koham, who am I, was the first question. Naham bhutaganaha dehaha. I am not this body, this sthula sharira. This physical body is called sthula sharira. It is made of 5 elements, pancha mahabhutas. Prithvi, Jala, Vayu, Agni and Vayu, Prithvi, Jala, Agni, Vayu and Akasha. These are the 5 elements. This Sthula Sharira is a composite of the 5 elements. The composite of the 5 elements cannot be my true nature, because my true nature has to be consciousness, Chaitanya. But the 5 elements are Jada. Hence, even the mixture of 5 elements will also remain Jada only. A mixture of a few Jada does not make Chaitanya. Therefore, I am not the body. I am not the sthula sharira. Naham chakshaganastatha. Also, I am not akshagana. I am not the group of senses. The senses, indriyas, collectively form the sukshma sharira. Beyond this sthula sharira, there is something called sukshma sharira. It consists of 10 indriyas, pancha jnanendriyas and pancha karmendriyas, 5 jnanendriyas and 5 karmendriyas, 5 pranas and the antahkarana, which is called mind. A mixture of these, a composite of these is called sukshma sharira. In fact, even Sukshma Sharira is made of 5 elements, just like the Sthula Sharira. The Sthula Sharira is made of 5 gross elements, 5 Sthula Bhutas, whereas the Sukshma Sharira is made of 5 Sukshma Bhutas, 5 subtle elements. Still, it is a mixture of elements. Therefore, even the Sukshma Sharira cannot be my nature. So, I am not the body, I am not the senses, I am not even the mind. I transcend all of them. Etad vilakshanah kaschit. I transcend all these. The Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, and there is one more Sharira called Karana Sharira, which is responsible for both Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira. Karana Sharira is nothing but Ajnana. Ajnana is Karana Sharira. Because my identification with the Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira is caused by Ajnana itself. That is why it is called Karana Sharira. As long as I have Ajnana, I will have the Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira. So, I am none of these Shariras. I transcend all the Shariras. Etad vilakshanaha kaschit vicharassoyamidrishaha. This is the nature of vichara. So, it will be furthered later on. Now, answer to second question. Kathamidam jatam. What is the cause of samsara? How this samsara has come about? Shloka 14. Ajnana prabhavam sarvam. Jnanena praviliyate. Sankalpo vividhah karta. Vicharassoyamidrishaha. Sarvam ajnana prabhavam. Everything comes about on account of ajnana. Ajnana can be translated as ignorance. But in fact, it does not convey the exact meaning of ajnana. Because if you look into the dictionary, what is the meaning of ignorance? What is ignorance? Anybody? Yeah. It is a lack of knowledge, right? You can look into the dictionary. Whether it is Cambridge or Oxford, they will define ignorance as a lack of knowledge. But in Vedanta, we have a different understanding of ajnana. Ajnana is not a lack of knowledge. Because lack of knowledge is an absence, abhava. Whereas ajnana is not an abhava, it is not an absence. When we say ajnana, it is a positive entity. It is bhava-rupa. Bhava-rupa means it is a presence that is opposed to knowledge. It is a presence that is opposed to knowledge. It is opposed to knowledge because it disappears as soon as knowledge arises. Jnana virodhi. As soon as the knowledge dawns, ajnana disappears. It is such an entity. And this ajnana has the ability to veil, hide the true nature or the self. The ajnana hides the true nature of the self and it projects something. It hides and projects. Avarana and vikshepa. Avarana means hiding. After hiding, it projects. Just like a rajju sarpa, rope snake. In the rope snake example, the ajnana hides the nature of the rope and it projects the snake on the rope. Both are done by ajnana. Likewise, even as far as the Atma is concerned, ajnana hides the true nature of the Atma and projects the Atma as something else. Mixes up the Atma with the body and makes the Atma appear as a limited being. This is the work of ajnana. Therefore, sarvam ajnana prabhavam, all problems of samsara is because of ajnana. Therefore, the solution to the problem of samsara is only jnana. Jnanena praviliyate. Jnanena. By jnana, everything dissolves. Jnana puts an end to the problem of samsara. So, ajnana is the cause and jnana is the solution. Then, answer to the third question. What was the third question? We have to look into Shloka 12. Ko vai kartasya vidyate? Who is the karta? And here karta means the driving force. What is the driving force of samsara? Sankalpo vividha karta. Various types of sankalpa is the karta. Sankalpa means our subjectivities. We have so many subjective ideas It is the driving force of samsara. I like him, I don't like him, he is good, he is bad. Where is it? It is our sankalpa. He is what he is. She is what she is. But we build our own narrative. Our mind builds its own narrative about a person or about a place, about anything. It is our subjectivity. Then we like someone, we don't like someone. So this sankalpa, when the subjectivity is too much, there will be a severe samsara. Sankalpa leads to kama, desires, then krodha, hatred, and so on and so on. Bhagavad Gita beautifully explains how sankalpa leads to all the problems. Sankalpo vividhah karta. So sankalpa is the driving force of samsara. It keeps the samsara, it keeps the intensity of samsara by fueling it. Therefore, even before going for jnana, one should work on the sankalpa. One should work on one's subjectivity and learn to be as objective as possible. Vicharassoyamidrishaha etayoryadupadanam ekam sukshmam sadavyayam yathaiva mridghatadinam yathaiva mridghatadinam, dirgha should be there. Vicharassoyamidrishaha etayor yad upadanam. Yeah, okay. Etayoho. Yeah, etoya, it is etoya. That O should come after ya. Etayor yad upadanam. Ekam sukshmam. Yeah, it is a sukshama. It should be sukshma. Yeah. Sukshmam sadavyayam yathaiva mridghatadinam vicharassoyamidrishaha etayoh upadanam. The essence of these two means ajnana as well as sankalpa. If you remove them by jnana, you find the essence, the substance. And what is the substance? It is the Atma, the Brahman, which is Paramananda. It is Paramananda Swarupa. As we discussed in the first sloka. It is ekam. Ekam sat. One existence without a second. Ekamevadvitiyam Sat. The Sat, the existence without any parallel. And it is avyayam. It is free from changes. Na vyeti iti avyayam. It does not undergo any modification. Therefore, it is called avyayam. No modification means it does not have a beginning and it does not have an end also. Therefore, it is eternal, nitya. Only eternal reality. Yathaiva mridghatadinam. Just like clay is the essence of the pot, gold is the essence of the ornaments. Likewise, the Brahman, the Paramatma is the essence of the whole universe. Therefore, if you work on removing the samsara, you are finding the true essence. Therefore, this pursuit of vichara is worth it. Do not have a fear that you will lose everything because you are gaining the real. In order to gain the real, one has to give up the unreal. In order to gain the permanent, one has to give up the impermanent. In order to gain the infinite, one has to give up the finite. That is vairagya. So, ahamekopi sukshmascha jnata sakshi sadavyayah tadahannatra sandeho tadahannatra sandeho vicharassoyamidrishaha. Once again, the author is referring to the answer to the question, who am I? Koham. Aham ekaha. I am one. Aham ekaha. I am one. I am one only. Everybody is one. Then why Acharya has to say aham ekaha? Everybody is one. One Shankar, one Shwetanjali. Everybody is one only. Everybody is unique. That is why we have biometrics. Your biometrics is yours only. It is unique. It cannot be duplicated. So everybody is one. Then what is the significance of saying aham ekaha? Here we should understand. When we use the word ekaha with reference to the Atma, with reference to the Brahman, we don't mean it as a number, a sankhya, number one. It is just a number, 1, 2, 3, etc. But when we say Brahman is ekam, it is not a number, because see, one microphone and one table. How many? 2. One book and one paper. How many? 2. One book, one paper, one clock. How many? 3. Likewise, one table, one book and one Brahman. How many? You cannot say 3. It is like there are 3 pots. One pot, another pot, another pot. 3 pots. And there is clay. How many? You can't say 4. The pot is pervaded by the clay. Likewise, Brahman is the essence. Therefore, it pervades everything. It cannot be excluded from anything. Therefore, you cannot count Brahman against anything else. Therefore, Brahman is Sankhya Atita. Brahman transcends the number. Brahman transcends countability, being one without a second. Therefore, when we say ekaha, it is ekameva advitiyam. One without a second. It is not the one as we use in the world for other objects. Therefore, it is not that there are many objects and there is one Brahman. There is the idea of monotheism. What is monotheism? There is one God. One God plus so many other things. This world, so many people are there, so many souls are there, so many angels are there. Then there is one sun, one moon, one earth, plus there is one God who is ruling the earth, sun, moon, etc. Sitting in the heaven. It is the idea of monotheism. Certain religions have this concept. But Vedanta is not monotheism. Vedanta is Advaita. Ekameva Advitiyam. There is only one substance without a second. Therefore, you cannot count it against anything. One Brahman plus one table. It is not. I hope I make sense. Therefore, when the word Ekaha appears in Vedanta Shastra, understand the implication of the word Ekaha. It will come again and again. Understand how it is different from some people saying there is one God. Aham ekaha sukshmascha. Even earlier the word sukshmaha came. I think I forgot to explain it. Sukshma came. Earlier, Sukshmam 15 it came. I skipped the word Sukshma. Anyway, 15. Ekam Sukshmam Sadavyayam. The word Sukshma I skipped there, but I will explain here. Same meaning. Sukshma means it is not available to the senses. Indriya agochara, not available to the senses. It is written Sukshama in 2 places. Please correct it. Jnata Sakshi. I am the Jnata Sakshi. Jnata means the consciousness. Chaitanya. And being Chaitanya, it is the Sakshi, the witness. It is the witness. What is the significance of the word witness? See, in any incident, who is considered a witness? There may be lawyers, advocates are here, at least LLB people are here. Who is considered a witness? One who sees without being involved. If he is involved, he cannot be a witness. Likewise, the Atma illumines everything without being involved in anything. That is why the Atma is called witness, Sakshi. Sakshad ikshate iti Sakshi. Without undergoing any change, without undergoing any modification, the Atma illumines everything, including the body, including the mind, including the senses. It illumines. Therefore, Sakshi. Sadavyayaha. Sat avyayaha. I am the Sat, the only existence, and avyayaha, no modifications. Tadaham, I am that. It is my true self. I am not the body. Natra sandehaha. There is no doubt about it. If one is able to say this, he is a jnani. Without any doubt, without any wavering, if I am able to say, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am the only reality, only existence that does not undergo any change, that does not have any limitations. If I am able to say this without any wavering, without any ambiguity, then I am a Brahmajnani. Tadaham natra sandehaha vicharassoyamidrishaha. This is the nature of enquiry. Thus, the author showed the nature of enquiry. Now he is developing the enquiry in a greater detail. Atma vinishkalo hyeko deho bahubhiravritaha tayoraikyam prapashyanti kimajnanamatah param. Most of the people do not even get convinced about the presence of ajnana, the presence of ignorance when it comes to one's own self. We are aware of ignorance about other things. I am ignorant about Russian. I am ignorant about Chinese. We are aware of our ignorance about other things. But I am ignorant about myself. Many people may not even accept this. I know myself. I know myself very well. That is what people generally say. What is the proof for self-ignorance? Now the author is showing that the self-ignorance, Atma ajnana, is very much present. What is the proof? We are mistaking the non-self for the self. There is Atma and there is Anatma. Atma means a self, Anatma means a non-self. Atma is consciousness, Chaitanya. Therefore, everything other than Chaitanya is Anatma. Please make a note. In Vedanta, when we use the word Chaitanya, it does not mean energy. Generally, the Hindi or Kannada or maybe Nepali also, Chaitanya is used for energy. But when we talk about Vedanta, it is not energy. Energy is a physical entity. Chaitanya or Chit means consciousness, awareness. What is awareness? Awareness is the one which enables, which makes everything evident. This microphone is evident to me because of awareness. Because of consciousness. That because of which we are aware of anything is Chaitanya. It is called Chit also, Chaitanya or Chit. And it is the Atma. Awareness is the Atma. And everything that is made evident by the awareness. In other words, everything that is illumined by the awareness, whether it is microphone or table or this body or our own mind, everything is Anatma, non-self. So, we mix up the self and the non-self and call it I. It is an error. A misconception, which is called adhyasa in Vedantic terminology. Adhyasa means taking one for another. For example, taking the rope for snake is adhyasa. Likewise, we take anatma for atma. We take the non-self for self. Such an adhyasa happens with respect to ourselves. And any adhyasa is not possible without ajnana, without ignorance. Therefore, we are making a mistake in our own identity. This is an adequate proof, adequate evidence for the presence of ajnana. And the author goes to the extent of saying that there is no greater ajnana than the ajnana or the self. There is no greater ignorance than the ignorance of the self. One may be ignorant of Chinese, one may be ignorant of English. We don't have to laugh at anyone. That is not a big ignorance, because such ignorance is not going to take away the essence of your life. Whereas this ignorance is a major ignorance. Every other ignorance is a minor ignorance. Whether it is Hindi ignorance, English ignorance, or Nepali ignorance, is a minor ignorance. It can be neglected, ignored. But this is a major ignorance. Therefore, it needs a major treatment. A major surgery is needed. And the major surgery is vicharaha. So, Atma vanish. Yeah, we'll read Shloka 17. I think better to stop. This time is up and also it's raining. Just stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.